What is up, my little Deinos? Vepsis, your coach of the Helsinki Dragons, and we are finally here for the UBL Season 4 finals when we go up against good friend of ours, AutoMatthic, and his team being the Nijmegen Nuzleafs, as I'm sure that I butchered it completely, but that's not here and there. And let's go see what my opponent is gonna bring, and hopefully we are gonna have a clean finals, and hopefully for once it's going to be a good ending for us, but it's gonna be a rough ride, let's say it like that. But let's see what he decides to bring, as we are gonna be clicking A and getting connected and see that what decides to bring. He brings Rotom Heat, All Creamy, Bronzong, Carborder, Haxorus, and the Darmanitan. So no Scrafty, which is a huge surprise to me. So I wonder what his backup check will be to the Gengar, because I really thought that a Southwest Scrafty alongside with Colberberry Bronzong is a must, but maybe he has a Lurberry on the All Creamy that I do have to watch out for. Carborder I anticipated to be there just for my Conkeldurr, so I do have Earthquake for that, but I'm gonna stick with the lead that I have in place, and I'm gonna confirm it on the last second, or in the last seconds basically. But I'm gonna have better view on things. I anticipate him to lead with Darmanitan or the Rotom Heat, so I'm leading with the Obstagoon to protect, and I have a good way to deal with the Darmanitan if he clicks U-turn. So yeah, let's get it over with. Let's see how this is gonna be going, and hopefully it's gonna be going well for us. I'm glad that I didn't bring my Appleton set that I actually had in my mind, because I wasn't too sure that if the Alcremie would show up or not, and now that it did, I'm glad that I took it over from that. The other one that I was debating with bringing was the... Okay, he leads with the Bronzong, which is an interesting turn of events for me. Basically what I could do is that I'll just Parting Shot immediately to see what he decides to do from here. I feel like he's gonna be clicking Body Press or Rocks, and I'm gonna just Parting Shot here. I'm gonna attempt to see that, because I could see him trying to predict me to go for the Obstruct, so he might just go for the Stealth Rocks immediately, but I go for the Parting Shot immediately, even though I had a chance to get rid of or engage my Flame Orb, but I figure that this is a better way to go about things. And at this point, I could honestly, because he brought that thing, I might want to go into Corviknight and the U-turn. I don't anticipate the Bronzong to stay in versus my Corviknight, because this is a definitely Colberberry set, and I anticipate him to, either he's gonna click Body Press immediately, or he's gonna click Stealth Rock, predicting that. He does go for the Stealth Rock, so that's fine. I feel like I will have still chance to defog these away if I have to, but here, as I have him at -1, I anticipate the Rotom to come in here, so I want to U-turn on that and see what is going to be. He does swap out. I anticipate the Rotom Heat to come in, and that is his nickname for that. And now I'm curious to see, hopefully I'm able to engage to see from the HP bar, like how defensive is he. That did amount of damage that I would like to think that I can kill it. So I'm gonna go into Obstagoon and go for the Facade from there. And go from there. I could have brought my Seismitoad as well, but I feel like the opportunity to kill this thing outright is too good of a opportunity not to go for. So we're gonna be going for the Facade. Hopefully we pick up the kill on Rotom Heat, and that would be huge if I eliminate this out of the picture as soon as possible, because this is actually a pretty big nuisance to me, because I anticipate it to be ring target set with like able to trick it to my Seismitoad. Let's see. We do outspeed it. Hopefully this kills, because we are adamant, and there we go. We do kill the Rotom Heat right from the bat, so that is very huge. we get the kill immediately on him. He might have thought that okay, there's a chance for him to live if I'm jolly, but I am adamant max attack obstacle, so that's really nice for us. And basically now my Seismitones item that I have, or well, not item, but the fling is unfortunately kind of useless at this point. But now we're going to Corviknight as he brings his Haxorus in. The rocks are up, which is unfortunate, but I can reflect on this Haxorus. I should avoid 2-hit KO from a life orb close combat from this Haxorus. But let's see what he does. We have the pressure ability as well. And he does go for the Dragon Dance. Okay, he's a Dragon Dancing set instead. But now I'm gonna just go for the Reflect and get those up, because then we can manage this thing a lot easier. So that is going to be our play. He might go for the Dragon Dance again, which is scary, but that's why we need to have Reflect up, just in case. And the only way for Haxorus to be able to hit me too hard would be through close combat. So we get the Reflect up, which means that now I'm actually able to take this a lot better. And then I can start Iron Heading this thing down from there. So that's basically our end goal. We are going to go for the Iron Head and start chipping this thing down. Eventually I have the option to go into Wheezing as well, because I have Rocky Helmet on it. But he does go for the Dragon Dance yet again. He is trying to really go for as much damage as possible at this point. I feel like he's probably kind of desperate here, but we should do decent amount of damage to him. And we just keep attacking at this point and see how it's gonna be. He just keeps going at this. I don't know how far he anticipates to be able to get this for. But let's see. Come on, Corviknight. Ooh, that did a good amount of damage. Okay, now he's desperate, definitely try to attack me here. But we should be able to take the following hit from it. And now he does go for the close combat. We take it because of the Reflect. Beautiful. Beautiful, Corviknight. That's what I like to see, man. Let's freaking go, man. Get this huge threat out of our sight. And that is end of Haxorus. So we are up 6-4 right now, and we still have the Reflect up. So that's really nice. And Corviknight is still very useful because he has the Bronzong and Alchemy, and the Reflect up is really nice. And now he does go into the Darmanitan, but here I'm gonna go straight up into my Wheezing. I have no reason to not think about this. And basically from there I can choose to go for the Defog, or I can go for the Dark Pulse, predicting the Bronzong to come in on me. And I might actually at this point I wonder if I'm going to Defog or Dark Pulse, because it would be nice to Dark Pulse the upcoming Bronzong and get the chip damage off on it. Okay, he does double. He doubles into the Esteban, which is the Bronzong. Alright, fair enough, fair enough. He saw that play coming, so he knew that the Galarian Wheezing would be the answer for this. But that's honestly fine by me, because I don't know what exactly he can do to my Corviknight, and this is the opportunity where I can actually get my Roost off yet again. So I'm gonna be going back to the Corviknight and just Roost up, because I have the Reflect up, so even if he tries to body press me, I can definitely take the hit. But let's see what he does at this point, as we get the pressure ability going, as he has Psychic Terrain on this. Huh. Okay, so he wants to deter the Mach Punch priority. Interesting. Okay. So this is some sort of heat that he decided to bring for the finals, which is a cool idea from his behalf. I have 2 turns of Reflect, so I can Roost up once, just to gain my health back. As he does swap out at this point. Let's see what he goes into. He goes back to the Darmanitan. Okay, he's trying to... Okay, he's trying to belly drum here. That's going to be his initial play here. Okay. Okay, that's what he's trying to do. But at this point, I'm gonna check the. I have one turn of reflect here, so I'm gonna be just iron heading this thing. Because he's gonna try to substitute or belly drum or what have you. Yeah, he's gonna try to substitute here. But I'm not gonna let this happen. So now I know what kind of set he's trying to pull off here. So we're gonna be just going for the iron head here. Now I'm not gonna swap out because I know what kind of Darmanitan this thing is. So I'm gonna make sure that he cannot get the belly drum up. I could also actually go for the reflect here. But I think attacking is better than reflecting up, just in case if he clicks belly drum. So we're gonna be going for that. I don't anticipate him to be flare bits anymore. And I know now that it's not gorilla tactics either. So we're gonna be just iron heading this thing. As he does go for the fire balance. Let's see how much this does. It doesn't do quite a lot to us, which is a perfectly fair for us. And there we go, it's almost dead, and now he gets into the Zen mode. But the following attack should be able to take it out. So I could actually swap into my Weezing right now and preserve this. So I think that's going to be my initial play. Let it go to the Rocky Helmet damage. So we preserve this, because I can roost up later on the Bronzong. As he's gonna be going for the attack. He has to fire punch me at this point. So I'm gonna let him die to the Rocky Helmet recall. And there we go. And now he burns me. So I'm glad I swapped out because I didn't want my Weezing to get... Not my Weezing, the Corviknight to be burned. So at least we managed that. And now Deep Psychic Terrain is gone. So he tried to pull off that kind of shenanigans with the Darmanitan. And now I guess the biggest threat to me is the Alcremie, but I have Trick on Gengar, so I can shut it down if it's like a setup variant with it. And then he also has the Bronzong left, and there comes the Alcremie, so okay. Here's this guy. Not too sure how I want to react on this initially, except the fact that I think I'm gonna Pain Split. No, I'll defog first, then I Pain Split, and eventually I'm going to see what he does with it. Okay, he does go for the Psychic immediately, which is fine by me, and now, at this point, I could try to see that who do I go into next. Because I could go into you, because I know I have Poison Jab, which should be able to two-shot you. And I don't need you necessarily for anything else. The Cowborder I can manage. Obstagoon I still wanna keep around because it deals with the Bronzong as well. Actually I'm gonna go into Gengar and trick this thing. I think tricking the Alcremie is the best play. Off the chance he is reducing Berry or the Assault Vest, it's better for me to shut this thing down as soon as possible. So I'm gonna be doing just that. As he's gonna be swapping out, okay. He goes into the Cowborder, so I'm gonna be tricking the Cowborder with this thing, so that's alright. So we get he is Assault Vest Cowborder, okay, so that was his initial answer to me. Which is fine by me. And at this point I could honestly just go into my Corviknight. I don't see a reason why I couldn't go into it. Yeah, I think I'll do just that, and now my Gengar can take on the Alcremie quite well as well if needed to, so that's going to be an initial play, and let's see what he's going to be doing right here. He does go for the Drain Punch, so he does try to predict the swap out and does some damage to us, but here, basically what I can do is that I'll U-turn on this turn, expect the Bronzong to come in, and I know that his choice locked into this, so I can easily U-turn. Even if he happens to stay in, I can go into Gengar and then I can Shadow Ball for free, so we should be good to go in that regard. Now I have to make sure that the Alcremie, if it's a setup variant, I have to watch out that it doesn't get that kind of shenanigans going. But he does go into the bronze zone, which is fine by me. And now I can just U-turn on this. I could go into the Gengar, but I think the better play instead of doing that would be going to my Conkeldurr, because I can Drain Punch it down. I will two-shot the Alcremie. Yeah, because I don't want this thing to be popped by a potential Zen Headbutt. So I go into Conkeldurr. It's the most expendable member, and I still have ways to hit the Alcremie hard enough. And I have the Assault Vest as well, so I think we just go for this and go for the Drain Punch. Because I could see him staying in and just click Psychic at this point. So we're gonna be going for the Drain Punch. We gain some health back. And now I anticipate to see the Psychic over anything else, as he does go for the Psychic. And let's see how much this does. It shouldn't do too much to us, as you can see, except the fact that he gets this Pedef drop, which is really sucky for us. But now, what I could do is that I try to make a prediction, but I don't think it's necessary at this point. I think I'll just attack. I don't think there's any reason to risk my obstacle, because it can facade really hard the remaining member of his team, and if the Alcremie comes after this, I can just Poison Jab the shit out of it. He does keep going for the Psychic, which is fine by me. And we are still well alive at this point, and now we can just Drain Punch away once more, and if the Alcremie comes in, we just Poison Jab the shit out of it. So that's going to be that. For Bronze Zone, we take it down, and now I have to kind of bank on that the Obstagoon and Gengar together can overwhelm the Alcremie, and I still can go for the Poison Jab on the Alcremie in itself, of the chance he has happens to be like Kebia Berry and tries to do something funny. But yeah, there comes the Alcremie, and we are just gonna be going for the Poison Jab right here. If he finishes me off with a Psychic, so be it. I think that's his overall best play. But he does go for the Dazzling Gleam, which is fine by me that he does that. And now I think I want to go into Gengar at this point and just finish it off from there. Yeah, I think we just go into Gengar because we have the Assault Vest right now, which is kind of funny that it worked out like that for us, but we're gonna be doing just this and go for the Sludge Wave. There's no reason to think otherwise. If he's the Kebia Berry, it's fine, but he is not Kebia Berry, okay. And we are gonna do massive damage to him, holy shit. And now he's gonna be going for the Psychic, which we will take, because we are the Assault Vest. And now we can Sludge Wave once more. I could have clicked Shadow Ball just to cover the Carbode, but I don't anticipate him to swap out at this point. We take out the Alcremie, and there is one more Mon remaining. I've been trying to be really focused on this, because if you haven't seen how my UBL D-League finals has gone and how my Season 3 finals in UBL went, you know how difficult that was for us to really deal with. But I'm gonna let this thing go, go for the Shadow Ball, see what he locks himself into, and go from there. We do still even outspeed him because he is probably like defensive, and then now that he has Choice Scarf, he does go for the Seed Bomb, lock himself into that, and takes out the Gengar itself with a critical hit of all things. But now basically I think I just go into Obstagoon, go for the Facade. I could go also into Corviknight, which quad resisted, but I'd rather just kill this as soon as possible and finish the game off from there. So yeah, okay, one last kill until your Helsinki Hydreigons are finally your UBL Season 4 champions, baby. Let's fucking go, man. Aftermath, we don't worry about that shit anymore. We finally got our championship in here in UBL. I wish I could be louder, but it's very late on my time and I don't want to wake up my neighbors. Even during these quarantine times where people really don't have anything to wake up for, I guess, for most of us at least, until work gets back to normal. But I don't still want to upset my neighbors. But great game to AutoMatthic. Make sure to check his YouTube channel out. That will be down below in the description. And basically, I don't know what to say about this, because it feels so surreal that I'm here sitting right now and saying that I am the champion. It feels so surreal because first it was the UBL D-League. We went undefeated. We had the most perfect run in that league as we were making our name for ourselves in this league in itself. And then we lost to the finals game. Very dramatic fashion to Skyrender when there was so much RNG going against us. And it still bothers me because that was one of the most enjoyable seasons that I have had building with my team, and the most proud of teams that I was able to put together back then. And I couldn't have the perfect ending for that. And then was the last season where we were the number 2 seed after the regular season, only losing 2 games throughout the regular season to Root and the OP Jellicent. Root we beat it in the playoffs round 1 and got our revenge immediately. But to OP Jellicent we still lost the finals. There was some RNG going back and forth, and he had Sasso of all people building the team for him versus me for that finals game. So it was a rough game. But we had a chance to win it back then, but it didn't go to our ways. But now finally, in this finals, man, we finally did it, man. It's so surreal. Like I'm sorry if you hear my Discord. AutoMatthic is DM me right now. I'm getting into AutoMatthic, but I have things still to say, because I want to thank quite a few people that have come into my help when I need it, because I really wanted to make sure this championship doesn't slip away from my hands like the previous 2 has. So I want to start off thanking Veli, GCC, aka Milan. Thank you for your help, not only for the finals game for this week, but also helping me out in the semi-finals battle, which I didn't have chance to thank you them on the video, cause if you haven't seen it then, I was actually very sick. I couldn't even commentate my semi-final battles. That's how bad my condition was with my voice in itself. But GCC helped me a lot in semi-finals, and thank you for that help, man. I really appreciate it. You are Veli. Veli is like in Finnish brother, so we call ourselves brothers, and we are really close throughout the years. And a big thank you to you to help me out. Also, I do not want to forget the other people as well, my friends that came together and helped me out, either giving me mocks or giving me opportunity to kind of reflect on my ideas and how I felt about the match. So big thank you to Burn, not only providing mocks but also giving a feedback and kind of giving me opportunity to talk about the things that I worried about. Also big thank you goes to Martin. Similar ways he provided me mocks, and he also gave a feedback what he thought about the matchup in itself. And unfortunately the fling tech that I had on Seismitoad to get rid of a ring target Rotom Heat item didn't come into our play or in the battle itself, but off the chance I make the team builder. I probably will make the team builder after this one. I didn't want to record, and I wanted to really be in the zone before this one, so I didn't do the record prior. But I will touch on his idea what he had for the Seismitoad, and it took a lot of pressure off my shoulders. So big thank you to Martin for that idea, and also big thank you to Sparkle and Pichu Bros providing me mock battles from each of them, and they are also some friends of mine from the community. So big thank you to them as well, giving the help. And also big thank you, before I forget, one of the most important people for my channel, SlackOut. Thank you for the graphics yet again throughout the season in the UBL. Big thank you goes as well for providing the graphics in the AP Academy. You're such a big help. If it wasn't for you, my YouTube channel would look absolutely terrible with the quality of graphics and stuff. So big thank you goes to him. Hopefully he watches this video, but I do try to always thank him for his help as well. But anyway, that's all I really want to get out of my chest. I'm sure a lot of you already tuned out after the battle ended, but I wanted to make sure that everyone that deserved the thank you, I wanted to thank them at the end for sure. And now let's go for the encore in the AP Academy. We still have that to go. for the remaining of the regular season over there and the playoff run. Hopefully we can clinch another championship over there, but this is one of hell of a way to start a Generation 8 with a championship in the UBL Season 4. I am your coach of the Helsinki Hydreigas. I haven't showcased the hoodie in itself, but I've been wearing this, so yeah, I don't know what to say anymore. So thank you for watching, leave a like, make sure that this is the most liked video of the season for my channel, and stay tuned for the AP Academy and until we go up against SlackOut actually next, so stay tuned for that, and until then I'm gonna be seeing you guys later.